Lights, camera, action. I think we're on to our last tape. It's taken 2 days. It's been a lot of hard work, and the machine has had problems. And
Third day.
third day, and Paul did a lot of work with putting this together before I ever got here. I'm only talking on these tapes.
I've started drinking
Paul
quite a
put them
bit
all
this
together.
weekend.
Okay, now this is a funeral. Whose funeral is this?
Well, Grandpa's standing there, so
Grandpa's standing there, but if this...
It
Do you
looks
know
like-
the years on this one?
it must be Grandma's.
It says 75 to 78.
75 to 78.
Nobody died before in that time that was in that cemetery.
Grandma died in 68.
How many years was it before?
What does it say?
Oh, the beloved son.
My love. You're
Is that what it said?
Marguerite.
Mr.
E. Boyle.
Eugene Boyle. Oh,
Your loving son. In other words, he gave it to you.
Oh. No.
Oh my heavens. That must have been when we buried Mom for the second time. But why would all those flowers be there?
No, it's not, because you already did that, and you and Daddy were there.
A No. Patrick didn't die then.
He wasn't buried there either.
That's Uncle Johnny.
Yeah, that's Uncle Johnny. I want to figure who died. What did it say on that ribbon? Your loving son?
That's what I thought. That would be from someone.
It must have been a fresh grave, because you don't put flowers on a grave that's being buried for the second time.
Right.
Could it be possible that this was from 1968, Mother's first? No, it had to be Mother's burial. But it couldn't have been, because we were all there.
Right. And the priest was there, and
It might have been the day or two after that Johnny that they went back out to see it again, and the flowers were still there. There's Grandpa playing golf. And Johnny. Oh boy.
he's sweating.
Well, he took it very earnestly.
Now let's see here.
There's Grandpa visiting Mama's
He's
grave.
got his rosary.
And he's got his rosary. And there's the little pot that you can put flowers in.
Now see, there's the grave again.
There's the tape again. There's the grave again.
Who's two over from Grandma?
It's, you know what?
There's Grandma.
That's Grandma.
That's Grandma. And then Johnny Stone is there. Do you know that must have been somebody
Somebody else.
person
Just happened to catch it on
that
film.
they caught, that they saw being buried when they went out to visit Mama's grave. It was some other mother that was buried right next to where Johnny is. Oh, God rest her soul. And they were probably taking note of the fact that someone had just been buried next to Johnny's grave. There's Mama's grave. And see, Johnny's right on the right side of her here. And that grave was next to Johnny's, so there's Johnny. They're saying the rosary for Grandma.
And then he's golfing.
Yeah. Dad and Mary, on the summertime, that was one of their favorite things to do on a Sunday afternoon. Daddy wanted to go to the cemetery, and so Mary and the family would take Daddy out to the cemetery, and then Daddy would take them all out to dinner. And that was like a Sunday afternoon, and it was good for Dad to have company and be able to go see Mama's grave and have a Sunday afternoon out. But they thought it was such a long way from Gratiot and 8 Mile to Resurrection Cemetery, and now it seems like it's in the middle of the city. In fact, Dad often talked about the possibility of going to live out around there, where he could be there, visit more often. Okay, now we are, you want to know where we are? I'll bet you 2 bits we are at um, at Lockmore. You know, with the houses across the street, and it looks like the
a rough shot.
It looks like the Lockmore golf course. Eugene's family's there, and Johnny and Daddy. I think they all went out to Lockmore to do some golfing for the day. That Lockmore was where Uncle Eugene had his club membership. Whatever it is, it's a men's day out, that's for sure. Because I don't recognize half of these people. Some organization had a golf outing. I used to love to get a big kick out of Frank and Eugene when they went golfing. They must have had 50 pair of different colored checkered and plaid pants. And I guess that's the in thing with golfers, is to wear, as I call them, funny pants. Frank and Eugene had their pants and their jackets and their golf outing, and there's the plaid pants everybody had. And they thought we were funny.
Steak.
I remember Eugene used to show me pictures of him and Frank golfing. Here's Frank and I golfing. Here, Frank and I golfing. There, he has a whole reel of slides of him and Frank golfing all over the country. Down in Florida, up in Minnesota, out in California, everywhere. And the thing that I noticed most about it was the style of the golf clothes. And sometimes I get a big kick out of teasing him about the checker pants. But he was so enthusiastic about it. Hon, Pet, you gotta see. This is Frank and I here, and this is Frank and I there. You know, this might have been a golf outing. I did see Daddy and Eugene's boys, but I don't see them here. This might be a different golf outing of Frank and the people he worked with, or Johnny rather, and the people he worked with. See, I'm not knowledgeable of some of these things. You know, Jim and Jimmy used to go golfing. Milgard had a golf outing. Once a year, they'd go for a whole weekend up to Boyne Mountain, yeah. And it was wonderful. It's beautiful up there in the north. And Jimmy said that those are the happiest memories he has, is him and Dad alone for a whole weekend on a golfing trip. My family aren't as ardent about golfing as Eugene and Frank's family and Johnny, because they don't have the time for it, really. Very busy. But they do like to golf. And when Jimmy got his first job out of college, he worked for Wilson, making golf clubs. And he did get golf sets for... He was able to get them at a good price for his father and his brothers and different people in the family. Now there's a few boats there. I have to laugh when Frank came to Detroit. They took him down to Jackson. He sat there looking out the window and he said, "Hey, Gene, you know, if you sold all these boats that I see looking out this window, we could get rid of the national debt." The nautical mile between 8 and 9 mile, or between 9 and 10 mile on Jefferson probably has more small craft in 1 mile area than anywhere in the country. In fact, I don't know if people realize it, but Michigan has more shoreline than any other state in the Union because we are 2 peninsulas, and 3/4 of both of our peninsulas are shore. And we also have more small craft than any other state in the Union. Most people don't realize that. Another fact about the state of Michigan is that it's the only state in the Union that you have to drive south from some areas in order to get into Canada. When Catherine first moved to North Dakota, they called her up on a radio station and they said, "You win the prize if you can name the 5 Great Lakes." And she laughed. She said, "Hey, I was born and raised in Michigan." That automatically told them she knew the 5 Great Lakes. Believe it or not, there are some people in the United States that can't name the 5 Great Lakes. Whenever we travel with our children, I took my children in 11 years, I took them camping in 40 different states. And whenever we were on the road, we would, on the way home, the minute we would cross over into Michigan, we would sing that song saying, "Put your hand in the hand of the man who stills the waters. Put your hand in the hand of the man who calms the sea." And the boys and girls used to say, "Mama, are we in the hand of God yet?" They always thought Michigan was the hand of God. You remember when you kids sang that when you were young? It's a man from Galilee. Yeah. All the kids would sing that when they knew they were on their way home. It was like, we're safe now because we're in the hand of God. Now I don't know where all this is. Vista, Buena Vista. Oh, this has got to be California, isn't it?
I thought that was San Diego State Building.
San Diego State Zoo? Yeah, where the seal was, you mean?
The state capitol. I thought I saw that.
Oh, you know?
The state capital of California is Sacramento.
Well, some building. I think it's...
Oh. Where the seal was, that might have been the San Diego Zoo. See,
You got 8
I'm
minutes.
totally unknowledgeable of these films because this is Johnny and his travels. I know he went out west.
It might be good to wrap up the whole thing because there's about 8 minutes left and we'll be completely done.
Oh,
So
we're
if you'd like
coming.
to do
We're
a-
coming to the end of Johnny's
If
films,
you'd like to do a wrap up.
and maybe it's rightfully so that we should end up with some of the places he went and traveled. And we're taking videos along the road here. It looks like California. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we see Tommy before long. But the film is very light here. It's not taking... We're going to put this on the tape, but hopefully there'll be something here. We're coming to the very end of the videos that Johnny took. Paul has been gracious enough to put these videos all together, and we're hoping to make a DVD so that we can give them out to every member of the family in memory of Johnny and of the work he did and the time he took for all of us. And we miss him. We love you, Johnny. It's hard. I guess nobody ever realizes how much you meant to us until we lose you. I know life was hard at the end and you were not well. But I like to remember the beauty of the smiling face and the handsome boy who was so good to all of us for so many years. I guess, sometimes people say I don't know my brothers. But they don't realize I lived with my brothers for many, many years before they ever grew up and got married. And as each one left home, I shed tears. And as each one leaves this world, I shed tears again. I love them with all my heart, and I miss my family. The first ones to go are always the easiest because they don't have to feel the sadness of loss. I felt so much loss now. My parents, my husband, my sisters, my brothers. One and all. And we'll all be together again. Just like we were when we were little kids on Springfield Street. Good night.
No reason to talk.